Welcome to anybody that's joining us online. My name is Tom Johnson, and I'm one of the volunteers here. And I think everybody that's here has been here before. Is anybody here for the first time? Anybody? Everybody's here? Okay, good. Just a few reminders and a few announcements. If you haven't already, please remember to silence your cell phone. We invite you to join us for our weekly Tuesday events with Medicine Buddha Practice at 6, which we just had here, and then the public talk at 7 p.m., which is what we're getting ready for now. Next week, the Tuesday evening talk, Geshe Phende La will continue speaking on the 37 practices of a Bodhisattva with the practice of generosity. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., the Drepung Loseling monks conduct evening prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama's long life and other teachers. On Thursdays at 4:30 p.m., the Loseling monks conduct the Protector Puja for smooth journeys, successive interviews, and medical treatments, new businesses, etc. As a reminder, please do not park on the grass along the driveway or behind the building. If the lot is full, overflow parking can be found via Skyland, which is the traffic light right this direction on Dresden. If you take a right there, then you go to John Lewis Elementary School. The outside, the parking out there is available, and then you can walk through from that side to here. They close the gate over here, so you don't want to go in when the school is operating, because they'll close the gate behind you. And then, let's see, information on all these events can be found in the lobby and on our website at drepung.org. One thing that's not on here that I'll mention is that I think it's the Sunday after this that Geshe Lobsang will be giving a teaching, and then next month he'll be giving a teaching before he goes into his 3-year retreat over in India. So it'd be a good opportunity to hear Geshe Lobsang teach one last time before he does that. If anyone is interested in volunteer opportunities to get more involved in supporting our center and programs, you can see me or the volunteer coordinator, Michael DeFell, who's back at the door there. If you're interested in becoming a member to support our ongoing programs and take advantage of benefits like discounts on courses and retreats, applications are available in the library. You can also register online. There is a donation box near the entrance of this room, and your generous support helps us continue to offer programs and services like this to our Atlanta community and to those around the world through our online platforms. Now, if you'll please stand, as is our custom, as we invite our teacher, Geshe Phende, to come for today's practice.
Okay, we're going to recite the mantra part sutra. Tayata gati gati paragati parasam gati bodhisoha. 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 Tayata gati gati soha. Tayata gati gati paragati parasam gati bodhisoha. Next, for imaginables. May all beings have happiness. May they be free from suffering. May they find the joy that has never known suffering. May they be free from attachments and hatred. May all beings have happiness. May they be free from suffering. May they find the joy that has never known suffering. May they be free from attachments and hatred. May all beings have happiness. May they be free from suffering. May they find the joy that has never known suffering. May they be free from attachments and hatred. Next mandala offering. Hoi sai shi pi ki choi shi ai me to tamari rabai li shi ni de je ba ti sa je shin tu mi te pu wa ye do ye nama dai shin la che ye pa sho idam guru ratna mendal kamniyataya me. Okay, so the text, the 37 practice of Bodhisattva. I think that today the practice is 25. So practice 25. So after you generate the bodhicitta, right, the conventional bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. So bodhicitta, which means mainly based on love and compassion to entire beings, and then you seeking yourself to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood, for sake of all beings. That's called the bodhicitta. So in your mind, it's 100% seeking others' benefit, right? Entire benefit. So in order to benefit to others, or in order to help them to release their sufferings, how can they do? What kind of help you can able to do, right? You cannot take others' suffering by hands, right? So other suffering, fundamental causes is ignorance, right? Wrong perception or misperception, ignorance. That's the fundamental causes. So in order to overcome suffering, the root causes of the suffering, the ignorance, you need to purify. If you don't change the causes, result cannot change, right? What kind of result is based on what kind of causes you have. So result and the cause, the relationship between these two is nature, right? Nobody created. This is how it is. So through the investigation, Buddha himself and all those great scholars, Buddhist scholars, what they find, right, the main causes, right, is the ignorance. Ignorance, there are a number of different types of ignorance which we have, but among there's one specific ignorance called mind of self-grasping, right? Mind of ego-grasping. So mind of self-grasping is the one of the what you call fundamental causes of all your destructive emotions, right? Mental afflictions, anger, attachment, jealousy, arrogance, or what you call self-centered, right? So all of these are coming from where? Fundamental causes is mind of self-grasping, which I mentioned last few stanzas, 23, 24, all those stanzas are talking about that, right? Emptiness. So this part is the most difficulty parts, mind of ego grasping, how mind of ego grasping created all the rest of the destructive emotion. What is the mind of self-grasping? So we are talking about that, but this is very, very important subject because we all are the victim of this mind of self-grasping, right? We all suffer by destructive emotion which based on mind of self-grasping. So it is very, very important you need to understand that. And that helps you to overcome your mental affliction. And through that, your suffering. If you do not know, then it's very hard to eliminate these destructive emotions. So anyway, so mind of self-grasping, how can eliminate it, right? How can you change? How can you overcome your mind of self-grasping? Is through understanding the ultimate truth, ultimate reality, the emptiness, right? So the ultimate truth, which means how the things exist, mainly what we're seeing, right? The things appear to your mind or where they really exist. There are a huge big gap. What appears is not there, right? What we're seeing is not on the object. What it is there, we don't see that. So that's the gap between reality and your appearance. And that gap creates by your mind of self-grasping, right? So in order to overcome that, you need to cultivate the wisdom, knowledge, to understand what is the truth, what is the ultimate truth. That's the only way. There's no any other solution, right? In the sutra, they say there's no second door to overcome mind of self-grasping. Only one door, which is the wisdom who understand, who cognize the ultimate truth of all the phenomena, right? When you really know how things exist, the ultimate face, the truth of all the phenomena, then that wisdom will help to overcome your misperception, your ignorance. So each of us, my ignorance can overcome by my wisdom, not by others' wisdom, right? My wisdom is only change my ignorance. Each individual's, your wisdom, your knowledge is the only can help you to overcome your ignorance, your misperception, nothing else, right? That is why Buddha says, you are your own master. You have to liberate by yourself, right? liberating from your ignorance by your knowledge, your wisdom. So now, how Buddha can help to other beings is to help to grow their wisdom, right? To grow the wisdom, what you need to do, you teach them what is the truth, what is the reality, right? So you teach them, then other person themselves listen, research, understand, experiment, and through that they cultivate their wisdom. So in order to teach the dharma, right, the doctrines to other beings, first yourself need to fully understand, right? You need to be, complete understanding all phenomena. What is the truth? And not only that, when you teach to the other people, so today we just teaching, but actually if you have this special wisdom, the knowledge, you can able to read others' mental capacity, right? Others, mental disposition. According to their mental capacity, then you need to deliver the knowledge. So when you know these people, you can teach in this way. For those people, you can teach from those way. You cannot teach everybody same way, right? Certain people, maybe this way of teaching understand. Certain people may not understand that way. So you have to have different way. So that means you have to have special knowledge to understanding each other's mental capacity, right? Mental disposition. And that, when you're going to know, if you achieved omniscient, enlightened mind, then your self-understanding all the phenomena, not only that, you can also able to know others' mental disposition, mental capacity. So according to their mental capacity, then you can teach, right, to others. It's not based on what you want, it's based on others' mental capacity. So the skill, very skillful teaching means that skill is the omniscient. When you have that, then you get that skill. Therefore, in order to help to other beings, you must need to achieve enlightened mind, omniscient, right? Without that, you cannot that much able to benefit to others. Therefore, seeking oneself to achieve Buddhahood, enlightenment, can able to save others, you can able to benefit to others. So the purpose of achieving enlightened mind is to benefit to all beings, right? That kind of mind is called bodhicitta, awakening mind. That's the essence of the Mahayana Buddhist practice, method aspect of the practice. So when you have that bodhicitta, when you achieve that, when you generate the bodhicitta, then yourself become Bodhisattvas, right? That's called Bodhisattva, right? Child of the Buddha, right? So when you have bodhicitta, just achieve Buddhahood doesn't mean you will going to be achieved it, right? So who will take you there to the Buddhahood? You have intention. I want to achieve Buddhahood for sake of all beings. But who will take you there? Called six paramita, six perfection. The practice of six perfection, right? So the first, the perfection of generosity. Then next, perfection of ethics. Then third, perfections of patience. Then the next, perfection of effort. Then fifth, perfection of concentration, samadhi. Then the last, perfection of the wisdom. So that's called six paramita, six perfection, which each of these six perfection practice helps you to achieve Buddhahood. For the lower vehicle, the Theravada tradition, or common vehicle, seeking oneself to achieve liberation, right? Not enlightenment, liberation, out of renunciation practice, right? So when you have renunciation, you're seeking yourself to achieve liberation. Bodhicitta is a different method. You are seeking to achieve enlightenment, not just liberation, enlightenment. And also the reason is to benefit to all beings. It's huge, big kind of the mind. Renunciation and the bodhicitta are the two differences, right? Renunciation is only for oneself to achieve liberation, freedom from samsara, right? So renunciation you have, but who will lead you to the liberation, right? Who will take you there? Not by renunciation, by three higher training, right? That's what the common practice, Buddhist practice, is called three higher training. Higher training of moral ethics, higher training of concentration, higher training of wisdom, right? Three higher training. Similarly, in the Bodhisattva path, Mahayana Buddhists, to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood, not just liberation, Buddhahood, you need six perfection, right? Different is that, six perfection. That's why the sixth perfection is one of the important practice for the Mahayana. So among these six perfection today, the first one, we're going to talk about the first perfection, generosity practice, right? It's called perfection of generosity. So that's why this practice number 25 is talking about the perfection of generosity. So first I'm going to recite in Tibetan, then after in English. Chanchu debe lu jang tonggo na chiru ngobo namla mujiko teche lenda naming mirewe jibatongwa kese laleyis. When those who want enlightenment must give even their body, there is no need to mention external things. Therefore, without hope for return or any fruitions, give generously. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas. So the first practice among the six perfection, generosity practice, the first one. Later is more difficult, more tough, more difficult. So the first generosity practice. So here, when those who want enlightenment must give even their body, right? Give this body is not easy, right? It's very, very tough. What that really means, one of the important part, generosity practice, when we say giving is not something only external things you give away. That doesn't mean that. And a practice on generosity, which means it's the mental things, the intention to gift, right? The wish to offer, wish to give. That's the main generosity. Main generosity is the insight. Even some of the practitioner who lives very poor, there's nothing material, right? Bodhisattvas, number of them remain homeless life. They have nothing to gift. So generosity is not about I give money, I give food. Not only that, it's mainly internal mind, the inner, right, intention to gift, wish to offer, wish to give. That kind of mind, we need to cultivate it. We need to practice. So as a human beings, what we have problem? We have so much attached to our body. We have so much attached to our possessions, right? So the body is the one most attached. Then our possessions. So the generosity practice, the practice of giving, is mainly what they're doing. It's antidote to the attachment, stinginess, right? Stinginess. The stinginess is come from attachment. It's mainly stinginess is what you call generate from our attachment, greed. So generosity practice is mainly we focus to overcome our attachment, stinginess. So it's mental things. You can give this mark to other beings, but that doesn't mean it's the real generosity practice. Number of people, they gift, but they're looking something. You offer them looking something back, right? Today I give this, then next time I can get something. What they call when the people, they wants to, done their job, they're giving money to these peoples, right? Corruption or something, right? You give them money and ask them, please finish this, do much faster, something. So you're giving, yes, you give the money. Is it generosity or not? No. According, to this practice, according to the perfection of generosity, you giving is mainly to get something from there. You're looking something. So it's not antidoting to your attachment, right? It's growing more greed, more attachment to get much bigger things. So that is why generosity practice, the giving, is mainly looking to oneself to antidote to your stinginess, your attachment, greed, stinginess. And that when you have sincerely wish to offer, wish to give, nothing attached, wish to offer. So when you have that kind of desire, then it's become real generosity practice. So that is why here saying, when those who want enlightenment must cultivate the practice of generosity, even their body, or There's no need to mention external things. Even the body, that means no need to explain all the external, of course. So there is no any stinginess to any objects. That kind of practice. Fully freedom. Wish to giving. Wish to offer. So becoming generosity practice is the third line. Therefore, without hope for return or any fruition, right? So that as a generosity practice, without hope for return. So as I say, okay, today I give them, but the deep of your heart, you have something. You have intention to return something, to get back something. Right? So if you have that means it's not the generosity practice. Without hope for return, I give you coffee, right? Next time, you should give me something. You should do something for me, right? You should be nice. You should be. So out of that intention, when you give, it's not become real generosity. Because that one not antidote to your attachment. You are still attached to something. You're looking something to get yourself. And you're giving that, right? That's not real generosity. So that's why you're saying, therefore, without hope for return anything, right? And any fruition. Any fruition, what does that mean? Buddhist, specific for the Buddhist. Sometimes we offer donation, right? We offer donation. You are not looking in this time to receive anything, but sometimes we're looking for our next life. Our next life maybe becoming rich, right? Next life much more beneficial. So you are looking already there to receive something. That's called fruition. Fruition is your seeking something benefit for your next life. Therefore, today I do this generosity, this offering, that offering. This is still not yet pure generosity, right? The pure, the perfect generosity means you are not seeking anything to return back. 100% you seeking to benefit to them. 100%. Just for them to benefit. Nothing seeking myself to return. Anything. There's no any expectation. No any hope to return back. So out of that, when you offer, that's called pure generosity practice. That practice definitely helps you to reduce your stinginess, right? Attachment. So why we cannot able to do this generosity practice? Because we have so much attached. So when you attach anything, you do not want to let them go. You want to hold it, grab it. Right? That's how we're holding. So the generosity practice is the opposite of your stinginess. So that is why these practice tremendous benefit to you to reduce your attachment, reduce your stinginess, right? And generosity practice brings friends. Generosity practice creates happiness, right? Joy, pleasure to many other beings. So it's huge benefit. But sometimes the practitioner, they do not know that much. What's the real generosity practice? Sometimes it's very interesting. So sometimes we build a monastery, temples or statues, right? So the people, they ask to the people to give the donation to build the temple or anything, spiritual things. So as the other side, different intention. Some of them sincerely merit, looking the merit. Or if I give donation, I receive the merit. That's why I offer, right? That's the one way. Some people, I offer, they can give you the title, the names, then everybody thinking I'm very generous practice, generous. So you seeking expectation to people appreciate, people seeing me as a good donor, right? Out of that, people also offer some time. Some people, there's no expectation anything at all. Just offer because of its benefiting to the many other people, right? As a temple, as a statue, whatever. It's you create a statue, people offering, it's many people benefit that. So you are seeking is nothing return, nothing, no hope to return back to you, nothing expectation, 100% just benefit to the society, benefit to the others. You offer, right? Same portions of the money. So different intention, different types of the merits. So the person who intention is very pure, this generosity become pure, completely pure generosity practice. People who are seeking little bit benefit to oneself to receive some kind of merit, right? Your generosity is not completely perfect. It is good, but not completely pure. You still hope to return back to yourself. There's the person who's not looking, who's seeking themselves to get some name, reputation in the society, appreciation from the society. Then that person, very little merit, right? So the people who do not know generosity practice, but how to do, many people make a mistake. So that is why this stanza, Geshe Tome Sambo was saying, therefore without hope for return or any fruition, give generously. That's the practice of Bodhisattvas. So Bodhisattvas, generosity practice means 100% just benefit to them. I'm not looking anything myself to receive. So if you set up that intention when you do it, your generosity practice is tremendous, helps you to reduce your attachment, stinginess, right? And not only that, you're accumulating the merits. It's enormous merit you receive. You don't need to look the result. It just comes automatically, right? So the meditating on compassion to other beings, when you meditate on compassion, you are not seeking yourself to receive something benefit to you. Your mind is 100% looking others to benefit you. That's why you cultivate love and compassion. But the reality, the result, is benefit to you, right? But your intention, you're never seeking yourself to receive benefit to you. These are very important. You meditate compassion, love, like Mahayana. As long as when you're looking myself, something, that means selfish. Self-centered is involved here. So your compassion becomes weak, not strong enough. So the compassion which is 100% seeking for others' benefit, then when you meditate, that compassion becomes tremendous, strong, and it directly helps to antidote to your self-centered. In the reality, actually, it's benefiting to you, but you don't need to think that way. Same generosity practice, tremendous benefit to you, right? That the fruition, the return, any fruition means your next life, right? Huge benefit. But you don't need to look that way. With your bodhicitta, with your compassion. So that is why generosity practitioner shouldn't look, for return something oneself. Hope for return, expectation. Your intention should remain absolutely unconditional. 100% just benefit for them, right? That's why it's called, therefore, without hope for return or any fruition, give generously. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas. So, similarly, there's one stanza in the Guide of Bodhisattva Way of Life by Shantideva. He says, the perfection of generosity is said to be the thought to give all beings everything, together with the fruit of such a thought. Hence, it is simply a state of mind. So it is the simply state of mind. Generosity practice is the state of mind, mental state. It's not about the external only. External things you can give, it's good, right? But the here main generosity practice is the mind, wish to gift, right? Intention to give, to offer, right? There's a one. So here saying the one of the texts, I think that one is by Arya Asanga. It's called the Bodhisattva's level. What is the nature of generosity? It is the intention accompanying Bodhisattva's disinterest, non-attachment to all their possessions and their body, and motivated by this and physical and verbal actions of giving the things to be given. So it is the intention, comes with the intention, wish to offer, wish to give, right? Non-attachment, right? Disinterest, non-attachment. So mainly, so the Bodhisattvas, the practice, generosity of giving body, what that means, it's mainly, as a human being, I mentioned earlier, we're so much attached to our body. So therefore, they're practicing on giving the body, practicing on offer your possession, your name, everything that means you do not have that attached to the body. You do not have attached to your possessions, right? So that's the main generosity, it's the mental things. So we practicing meditate on generosity doesn't mean it's only you go out and you give the fruits and something. It is one part. But the main practice of generosity means you do not have any stinginess to any objects you own. No attach, no stinginess, just 100% happily wish to offer, wish to give. That kind of practice, when you reach, you have completed your generosity practice. Completed generosity practice doesn't mean you make everybody very rich. Right? This is impossible. How can you make everybody rich? Right? Buddha, he complete all the 6 paramitas. There are millions of poor people. Right? Even in India, 2,500 years ago, Buddha completed generosity practice, right? That doesn't mean all Indian people become rich or they all are full of their wish. That doesn't mean that, right? What that means? That means the practitioner himself or herself have no attach, no any stinginess to any objects where they own. Happily to offer, to gift, right? Intention, to wish to give. Happy to offer, no any stinginess to any objects. That kind of mind, when you achieved, that means your generosity practice is completed, right? That's how we should know. So therefore, mainly generosity practice is the mind, it's the mental things. So therefore, morning when we're meditating, we're visualizing like all these offerings, right? So full of space of offerings, things you visualizing, you offer, you're giving mentally, you're sincerely offering. So all of these are part of generosity practice, without any attach, without any stinginess, right? You're offering all of this. So that's also part of generosity. And they do have some, even Buddha himself, before, his past life, he remained as a Bodhisattvas. Number of times he really offer his body, right, to others. One of his stories when he was before, it's a very long time ago, before he achieved Buddhahood, when he was ordinary beings, Bodhisattva. One time he born in Nepal, right, one of the royal family. I think he is one of the youngest son. So when they go to the mountain hiking with the horse, and he saw this mother tiger, she is sick and suffering of hungry, no food, was herself sick. She has 5 baby tiger. They are starving now, right? So when he saw that, Bodhisattva, one of the past life of the Buddha, when he saw that, what he did, he cut his own body, right, and offer to the tiger, mother tiger, and all the children's. So that's how they survive. So he passed away, right, this offer. So that's the one of the story. So in Nepal, there's one mountain, in the rural area, they built one stupa, very old stupa. So that's the history, one of the past of the Buddha. He's, after he passed away, and then after they're realizing king and all of them, and then they saw that his body is completely gone, left the bones and his jewels, all this, and they put it all together and they built that stupa. So today we go there, we do pilgrimage, the stupa is still there, right? So there are Bodhisattvas who really are now giving, offering their body. The Arya Deva, Aryadeva is the student of Nagarjuna, right? So he also offered one of his eye to the one of the old woman. She blind and she need one eye, so he offered that. There are a number of these things there, but here offering mainly generosity practice, which mainly that means wish to give, right? Wish to give. So sometimes we do not have enough the intention, not that much. Then we just doing offering, giving like this thing. It's good, it's benefit, but it's not the real, proper, pure generosity, right? Specifically when it comes with religious, part of the generosity. So always check your intention. So make sure there's nothing, any expectation, hope to return something yourself. It's 100% pure intention. So that kind of generosity, even just offering one little flower, right, or 1 cup of water, can huge accumulate the merits out of good intention. Right, the bodhicitta, seeking oneself to become a Buddha for sake of all beings, then everything I do is to benefit to other beings. So not seeking oneself to receive something back. Then learn that kind of generosity. Even first learn from small things, right? Yeah, like a little sweets you offer, it's less attached. Sometimes even you give that, you may think, oh, he may be very happy, then I can get some benefit, something like that. Then not pure generosity, right? It's sincerely offering like that, then it's become a real generosity practice. So this is kind of the important, very important practice. And be generous. Generosity practice makes oneself, what you call, there are many different types of the benefit. One of the benefit is, as a practitioner, one of our obstacles is not enough food or something, then we have to spend our time, right, to make money because of you need to be survive. So we have less time to practice the Dharma, right? Many people, you have to go to the work, 8 hours. So all this precious time, you have to go to the work. So not have time to practice the Dharma. If you not work, no money. No money, no food. Then suffer, right? So the be very generosity practice means you're born into something which you don't need to worry about the foods and all the possessions. Already have this. Some people born very, very rich family, so they don't need to work, right? They have enough money for their great-great-grandchildren without work. They can easily. So all their time is, if they're a real great practitioner, they can use all this precious time to the practice Dharma, right? So that's result of the generosity practice. So it makes everything very easy, less obstacle. So that's because of your past generosity practice, right? That's why the many Bodhisattvas, they're doing this generosity practice. It's, of course, their main thinking is to benefit to others. So it's not seeking that, but it calms that. Result, it's automatically benefit to you. So some ordinary people, first, you looking this result, it helps to encourage you to do the generosity practice. There's so much benefit. Then after, when you actual practice, when you start, then set up the intention, not looking for this benefit, just for benefit to other people. I'm not seeking myself to receive something. So when you actual, but the think about the benefit is before practice generosity, you need somebody to encourage you, stimulate you. That's why they are thinking, what is the benefit? Then after you have fully get that intention, wants to do the generosity practice, then actually when you do, not seeking to receive something benefit to me, I sincerely want to benefit to others. That's how your mind slowly change. Then your generosity practice become pure, completed, perfect practice, right? Then the generosity, there are three different types, the generosity. So the division of generosity, the generosity of teaching the Dharma, the generosity of fearlessness, and generosity of material. So the gift material is the one, and the gift of fearlessness. So what is that generosity? Giving the gift of fearlessness, which means like animal releasing, right? So we, as a Buddhist specialty, we usually buying the live fish, then we release them, freedom, right, to the rivers and any place. These are called the gift of fearlessness. These beings have so much fear, right? Fear of death. And you save them from the death, suffering of death, right? Fearless. So some people, when they have some kind of fear, worry about fear, you help them, right, to get rid of whatever their problems. So these are the generosity of fearlessness. Maybe some people have fear of not enough money to buy the food, right? Then you go there, you give the money or you buy the food for them, they release that fear. That's called the generosity of fearlessness. Or some people have so much fear. You go them, help them, mental things, give them advice, right? All kind of things. Through that, they release that fear. That's also a practice of generosity of fearlessness, right? So the best generosity is called the generosity of teaching the Dharma, sharing the Dharma. That's the best one. Another for the ordinary people, the generosity of education. So when you really help to other people be educated, that's the huge benefit, right? There is a person, for instance, there is a one person who suffers, right? Who's suffering of not enough money. So you help different way. Just give them money. That's the one thing that helps, right? That's the generosity, material generosity. Then the one thing, not just give the money, you teach them how to do the business, right? So you give all this information, knowledge about the business, how to do. That generosity, tremendous benefit to this guy. He himself stand up, be a business, he can survive by himself. For instance, in India, the poor first they started like little tea shop, right? There's only one or two stove they have, and they put one kettles and make just a tea, and that's how they start. So he's a guy who has suffered of not having enough food. You give food or money, that's the one way. Or you give them how to make a good tea. All this knowledge, skill, right? You give them and they buy this equipment, then put it little store. Then himself doing this business, right? Finally, he can release all his problems. So that generosity is education, knowledge, skill you offer them. That's at a much higher level. So, but in the Buddhists called generosity of giving the Dharma. What that means, right? Dharma means generosity practice to how to overcome the mental affliction, right? How to control their anger, attachment, the greed, the arrogance, how to cultivate love, compassion. That's the teaching, the Dharma. So when you really offer those knowledge to the other people, if this guy, right, eventually through understanding those knowledge, when he or she free from the anger, attachment, how much he benefit, tremendous benefit, right? When this person liberated from all the mental affliction, how much benefit? Tremendously, right? So that is why offering the Dharma is the one of the highest kind of the level of generosity. So finally, even you do not own anything, any material, just what you have, help them. Anything, just simple word, right? The person who just sits alone, just when you sincerely, out of love and compassion, you offer beautiful, just nice word to this person, this is part of generosity. That person feel some kind of joy, right? Feel, somebody who cares me. It can help them to overcome suffering of loneliness, right? Even this thing, even you do not have money, even you do not have things to offer, but you can offer them many things. There's many ways to cultivate the generosity practice. Many ways. So mainly, even you cannot able to do that, but mentally you really cultivate wish to offer this, wish to offer this or that. That kind of you meditate and think, right? Cultivate. That's also part of generosity practice, right? So that's why the practitioner, when you learn this more and more and more, what they're going to do, it's your compassion to others, your love to others becoming stronger and stronger, more effective, becoming more real. It's grow your love and compassion. But always remember, not seeking oneself to get back something, right? Not seeking oneself to return back. I say nice to this guy, he didn't smile me. Or sometimes people think that way. That means you are looking yourself to return appreciation. That means still not perfect. Perfect generosity, even this guy smile you, not smile you, you don't care. Your mind is nothing there to return something for you. It's 100% to benefit. That's how you should learn, right? Small things, learn. Even you sharing like little things to other people. Okay, I'm not expect, this guy should be appreciated. Nothing, I just offer as a voluntary. When we doing the many voluntary, never expect to get something back to you. Sometime, doing the voluntary job in hospital, in the communities, everywhere, sometime we thinking I'm doing voluntary, right? Means I'm not looking money, I'm not getting anything, receiving. Thinking sometime you have a different expectation. I'm not getting any money, so you guys should be listen me. You guys should be appreciate me. So that's also saying you're looking something. Not looking money, but you're looking something. That's still not pure. So the pure generosity means I offer my time to the hospital, wherever you work. It's just 100% benefit to the society. That's all. People appreciate to me or not, I don't care. I have nothing to. My goal is just benefit to the society. That's all. So that's the pure intention. So when you're out of this intention, less obstacle. Because sometimes even when you're doing the voluntary, you have some expectation. You don't receive this expectation, you feel upset. Then you give up. Well, there are many of these things. That means they're looking something. So the pure generosity, you offer the time, your skill, whatever, not seeking anything. During you working, you feel so much happy. When you work with other people, much better environment. You're not looking something yourself to get it. Your mind is so open, so welcoming. So when you work with them, it goes much better way. Something, oh, this is the meat, I have to do this, that, and then all this drama started. Right? Then it's not. All of these things is you have attachment. You attach to your philosophy, you attach to your whatever your idea, you attach to your reputation, you attach to get something back. These are the one obstacle. So that is why generosity practitioner, everybody should be never ever seeking oneself to get something, receive something. Even small things, check your intention. So that's why this stanza the practice 24, the third line. Therefore, without hope for return or any fruition, give generously. Right? So, without any hope and return expectation, don't look anything. It's 100% benefit to the others. That's all. So that kind of practice, when you even small thing, you need to start from there. Small thing. Eventually, it's slowly, you can do huge, big generosity. Same, very humble. Nothing. Sometimes people become when the big donor. Sometimes the big donor, they also have something. Oh, I'm the big donor. I have some special chair I need, or I need to have something. These things from the Mahayana practice, it's not that much benefit. Of course, this is some kind of merit, not pure. The pure merit is nothing expect anything, right? That what is the benefit means it's 100% helps you to overcome your attachment. Nothing to attach to anything, right? So that kind of practice, generosity, is really, really powerful. As a Bodhisattva, accumulate the merits. These merits are tremendous and a benefit to oneself to achieve Buddhahood. You have some special connection with entire other beings. Even when we do when we release the fish, right? Small things. Or when we give the food for this fish, right? This little food we offer. As a Bodhisattva was always dedicating, today I offer this food, this fish benefits something. So we make some kind of connection, right? Materialistic connection. And the merit, what I accumulated, I dedicate that merit in the future. I will going to offer them dharma. And those fish can benefit through my dharma practice, through that finally to achieve Buddhahood. So that kind of, pure 100% benefit to those animals. Right? A simple thing like that. So when you do like these things, then it comes like a sincerely Mahayana generosity practice, right? It's become a perfection of generosity, not just generosity, perfection of generosity with bodhicitta, right? Then upon there, if you have emptiness, then it's becoming much powerful, So that is how we should understand this. What's real generosity practice? How can we do generosity practice? So then, next is the ethics. So that's we're going to discuss on next Tuesday. So at least what you learned today, you should try to use this generosity practice in your daily, even small things. Before you do, check your intention, make sure it's kind of pure. So learn that. Small things you learn, eventually you can do huge, big generosity, the perfect way. Okay, so we're going to stop here. So now the conclusion prayer. Om mani padme hum, 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 mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum, Om mani padme hum. And thus, honorable, compassionate gurus, we seek your blessings that all karmic debts, obstacles, and sufferings of mother beings may be taught as salvation, rubbing upon us right now, and that we may give our happiness and virtues to others, and thereby invest all beings in bliss. And thus, honorable, compassionate gurus, we seek your blessings that all karmic debts, obstacles, and sufferings of mother beings may be taught as salvation, rubbing upon us right now, and that we may give our happiness and virtues to others, and thereby invest all beings in bliss. Oi te nai chi chi, lai mai tu chi, che ai mai ju doi ve ti ai tu ne. Ma lui da la mi pa ta da ji de Geshe la ta wa Doi kuyo inde ta Deyamba Chinchi Loy Toy De Ta Deyamba Chinchi Chancho Simcho Rinpoche Mache Panam Kichuchi Keba Nyamba Mepa Yang Kongne Kondo Bewa Sho. May the precious and sublime Bodhicitta not yet born be born, and that which has been born not decline, but increase forever. Okay, thank you. You can ask tomorrow. You all finish, you just wake up, you're sleeping.
Yeah, my car is working.